Now, I want to ask you, I mean, there's been a lot of adaptations, obviously, of Stephen King. Does anyone stand out as the best performance in a Stephen King story? Because what jumps to mind, this is not my pick, but what jumps to mind is Tim Robbins and Morgan
Mm.
Freeman in The Shawshank Redemption.
Often
Fantastic.
they often score the highest
Very high
for
because it's
yeah.
just a great movie. Michael Clark Duncan is great in The Green Mile.
Hmm.
Tom Hanks is great. But weirdly, the one that comes to mind, and this is maybe a little oddball, and I wonder if you would say the same thing, but Keith Gordon as Arnie in Christine,
I
underrated Johnny Carpenter,
almost
underrated Stephen King
yeah.
novel. But that one's good because he starts out and you are sympathetic for him.
Yeah.
And then as it goes on, you're just like, this guy sucks. I'm scared of him and he needs to go. And it's just like this great, like from beginning to end, how you view this character. And it's performance based. Like he's really good in it.
Hmm.
So Keith Gordon is my pick. I'm not saying it's literally the best Stephen King performance in, I should say, a Stephen King story, but it's, I think my favorite is what came to mind first. So I'm going to go with it.
It's funny that you say that because one I almost went with him because
Mm-hmm.
he's great. That's incredible. Like you said, it's such an underrated story. I think that this is one of those that I can't get enough of. That's an annual watch for me. Absolutely
He's
love the movie.
weirdly like nerdy handsome too. Like he's a good
Yeah.
looking guy even when he's a nerd.
He does a great switch, like to
Yeah.
start with him, like you said, to sympathize with him, to then hate him. I think that takes a lot of work, and it's done very well.
It's a good
Great
job too,
pick.
because even when he is like off the rails, you still remember the guy that you saw at the beginning of the
Yep.
movie, and
Yeah.
you still have that sympathy for him.
Really good pick. I almost went with him, but you said something off the top of your head. You immediately thought of him. This is the same for me. I ended up thinking of a performance, could not get this actor out of my mind. You already mentioned him. It's Michael Clark
Mhm.
Duncan as John Coffey in The Green Mile. I mean, we were graced by his presence in 1999 when Frank Darabont discovered him, or rather Frank's team. I cannot think of anyone who does a better job embodying a character in the book. The Green Mile destroyed me. That is one of my favorites. Actually,
Mhm.
maybe my favorite Stephen King story, hands down. The movie, equally just as devastating, just as incredible, just as heartbreaking, just as heartwarming. John Coffey, you feel bad for him.
Mhm.
He brings all the feels. He makes you feel something. And Michael Clark Duncan being discovered for this movie. This would have been really tough for anyone because of the size of John Coffey, the performance itself, which is very like a very simplistic, heartwarming, but you connected. It's so hard for me to think of anyone else to truly take a role, make it their own, make it something unique. And that's something that he never crossed the lines of being cheesy. He
Mm-mm.
never crossed the lines of being over dramatic. And he walks a very fine line, and he's doing it toe to toe with Tom Hanks. This is such a great performance. This is it's just so good, so incredible. While I was thinking about this, I literally started looking up ways I can watch The Green Mile because I have to rewatch this. I have to. I
Mhm.
have to go back and return to this performance tonight. It's a 3 hour watch. It's going to be tough to pull it
So
off.
good.
I don't care. I'm going to watch it. And
It's
it's all
it's a
thanks.
it's a role too where if you play that bad, it's going to be funny, or it could come
Hmm.
across as funny or stupid, and it's just not. He's so
Yeah.
good in that.